November is Native American Heritage Month. Hennepin County marked the occasion with a historic statement, a land and water acknowledgement. WCCO's Kirsten Mitchell explains what that means and how it's sparking new support for the Native community.
As part of our commitment to address the unresolved legacy of genocide, dispossession, and settler colonialism, Hennepin County acknowledges that the magnificent land and vibrant waterways from which our institutions benefit are located upon the cultural, spiritual, and indigenous homeland of the Dakota Oyate, the Dakota Nation.
A historic statement marks the start of a new commitment from Hennepin County.
Really important when doing a land acknowledgement to include action items, or else it's just lip service, right?
American Indian liaison Allison Waka says the first action item stemmed from a need she saw in the community: access to tribal flags, which are often costly and hard to find.
It's a lot of running around, so we were thinking, like, why can't we just simply have them here?
And now they can, through a flag-lending library featuring flags from the 11 sovereign nations within Minnesota.
The Flag Lending Library gives people an opportunity to add the gravitas that flags add to an event or an occasion or a meeting.
It's a start in an effort to increase visibility, support, and collaboration between the county and Native communities.
Representation is really important, and knowing that, we're here stuck on 35 with you, and we are in Target as well, and so we're still here. We're contemporary, real-life people.
In Minneapolis,
we have a lot here that we can celebrate and connect with and support.
Kirsten Mitchell, WCCO 4 News.
It's a long time and a little-known program that has a 99% graduation rate. For 50 years, Edina's A Better Chance has been providing talented young people of color from around the country an opportunity to get a better education. Derek James introduces us to one of the young scholars who jumped at the opportunity to strengthen her education and pick up some new leadership skills.
I want to try new things,
At just 14, Adelisa Mba left everything she knew in Miami, Florida to get a better education in Edina through A Better Chance, a national nonprofit.
It's a scary thing to be leaving your home, to be leaving your family.
Adelisa is one of 5 teen girls from around the country who live in a house with a resident director during the week. The schoolwork is rigorous.
I'm taking AP Calc PC. I'm a TA this year for my AP Psych teacher. I'm taking Spanish 3, AP Bio, Human Anatomy.
Edina ABC scholars also participate in extracurriculars and community service. Adelisa is on the tennis team and volunteers at church. On weekends, they go on adventures.
We have a gala coming up, so we went thrifting as a house. That was really fun, being able to pick out clothes and try things on with the other girls.
The scholars also spend time with volunteer host families on Sundays. Erica Allenberg and her family have opened up their home to scholars for about a decade now.
It takes sometimes a couple of Sundays, sometimes it takes 6 months, sometimes it takes a year for them to feel like part of the family, but eventually it just becomes routine.
Erica feels they get more back than they give.
They make you, my husband and I, and my children want to be better people because of who they are, their integrity, how hard they work, their bravery.
After graduation, Adelisa plans to study psychology and possibly work in medicine, but probably not in Minnesota.
I'm looking towards the coasts. I think I'm done with the Midwest and the winter and everything.
A national nonprofit is working to make sure no family is left behind on the battlefield. Folds of Honor provides scholarships to spouses and children of military members who have fallen or been disabled while serving in the U.S. Armed Forces. Our Barrett Leon explains how the charity is now expanding its reach here in Minnesota.
It's a sacrifice only 1% of the country makes.
I am so incredibly proud of my dad.
But for some, it's a heavy one.
We'll leave no family behind on the field of battle, and that's what Folds does, is steps in and provides that.
There's more than 1 million military dependents in the U.S., and 9 out of 10 are not eligible for any federal assistance.
That's the gap that the Folds of Honor Foundation is filling.
Filling it by providing educational scholarships to spouses and children of military members who have fallen or were disabled while serving.
I no longer have to have that stress of of financial debt after I graduate, which is more than I could ever ask for.
Like St. Kate's Jr., Hannah Cavalli.
Hannah is a wonderful example of what this organization is trying to accomplish.
Her dad, Michael, served in the Army, including a tour during the Gulf War.
It's a tie to my dad and sacrifice that he's provided and given to this country.
There's no guarantees you're going to get the scholarship again each year, but we are fully engaged with Folds, and they seem to be fully engaged with us, and so we're just so grateful for their support.
Last month, that support was expanded, with Folds of Honor offering scholarships to first responder families, too.
I think veterans are extremely humble about accepting this help, and they shouldn't be.
Barrett Leone, WCCO 4 News.
When we come back, this young athlete is bouncing back better than ever. See what inspired her to return to the diving board.